And here's another one, and it's green.
There is a white one there.
This is true.
Oh, there's a yellow one. Sorry.
And we are sort of pulling leg about Land Rovers a little bit, but in all seriousness, we do really like them. And they are one of the finest military vehicles ever built.
The good thing about Land Rovers is your wallet would never be heavy.
Yeah.
No, but funnily enough, the parts are quite cheap.
Hello, we've got a Rogue Land Rover.
We've got an Escapee.
Yeah. Right, why have we got an Escapee? Where's this all
I
going?
don't know, why have we got an Escapee?
Are you lost, love? Do you want directions? Okie dokie. Lots and lots. This is really nice. Now you might think a Land Rover is a Land Rover, but you could be more wrong. A Land Rover may look the same, but it really is. Every single one of these Land Rovers has its own little quirks, and just sometimes they won't start unless you've got half throttle. Others will start with no throttle. Others just won't start at all. So the good old Land Rover lightweight. So the first two designed for going inside aircraft, which is why they were called the lightweight. The Paras used them a lot as reconnaissance vehicles. Very small, very good off-road. They had a 4-cylinder, 2.5 litre naturally aspirated petrol. So no turbos, no nothing.
We'll pull a house down, mainly to use a gearing, but
yes. So the white one, I'm not unsure, the white one.
yeah, it's a Series 3. It's interesting because it's left-hand drive, and a lot of British military vehicles were supplied in left-hand drive because it was known that they were going to countries where they would need to be left-hand drive. It is a Series 3. It's a 109-inch wheelbase. It may be a petrol or a diesel. They were supplied with both.
So the next three behind. So this is the Defender 110. So 110 standing for it's 110 inches long. It's as simple as that. Now these came in a lot of different guys. Again, they would take a box down Land Rover, fit it out with anything that they could sling on it and make it work. But also the soldiers would convert little things. We used to put stereos in ours and then get told off because we had Guns N' Roses playing too.
The big thing that makes them more comfortable is coil springs.
Yes, yeah, definitely rather than leaf spring. Right, so the another Series 3 behind, and the 110 with all the flags flying. All diesels, but I did hear some V8s somewhere. Ah, here we go. Right. So I said that not all Land Rovers are the same. So this one, Series 3 again, as reconnaissance. So basically, these are, you'd either had 3 or 4, depending on the role, just dripping with kit and guns. Now this one's got a GMP, general purpose machine gun, both front and rear. So you've got a front gunner and a tail gunner. Just basically, these guys would scout around looking for trouble, so they could radio back and then try and get themselves out of trouble by calling in the cavalry.
The modern day equivalent of the long range desert group.
Yes, absolutely. So another Land Rover lightweight, again from a different company, this is the country even. It's got a freebie. Right, so that go on eBay, I'll give you the number. Right, so this one, you see, it's got an antenna on it, so this is what they call the Land Rover FFR, so fitted for radio. So the main difference to these, one's 12 volt, and the radio one's a 24 volt.
Now, when did they stop being FFW and begin to be FFR?
I'm not that
really
old.
Early Land Rovers.
I'm not that old, Wireless. Here we go, and dog. No. Oh, your back door's open, and your gun's slinging around.
We had a great time at the end of this event, just walking around picking the bits up.
So you can hear the engines on these. They're all the V8. There it goes. So one they were quieter, two had a lot more power because you could see the amount of kit they had to roll around. Now you see the pink one. These were known as, funny enough, pinkies. Now, does anybody know why they were pink and served in the desert? Oh, I've got a hand up. Right, I'll let me just wander over. because it's a very interesting story, really. Hopefully we get a lecture, and the man's got a beer.
A lecture?
I'll hold your beer. I'll give you a microphone. No, he says.
It's SS Desert Land Rovers. It's the pink for some reason.
And they flew over and over and over trying to find it, but they never ever did. And they found it on foot eventually, and they couldn't see it because it was in pink. So when the guys were there and the planes were flying over, they knew exactly where it was, but they couldn't see it. So there you go. That's why they're called pinkies, and that's why they're pink. Also, ladies want to own a Land Rover. Perfect. You know, go shopping in it. Put your high heels in the back. Laughing, really. Right. Any other oddities have we got?
Well, there's a 101.
Ah.
Forward control Land Rover. I don't know if this is a V8 or a diesel or a petrol.
It'll be a V8.
It'll probably be a V8. Sounds like one. They're 101-inch wheelbase, so a little bit shorter than the conventional Land Rover.
And the ambulances were very top heavy. I can remember getting called out to one of them where they said the wing mirror's broken.
It's on its side.
Yeah, because the Land Rover was lying on it. They didn't actually want to say they'd rolled it, they just said the wing mirror was broken. Right, so, now these first came out in the Gulf War. Basically it was to carry troops around a little bit of safety. Now they didn't work very well because they were quite lightly armoured, but it did afford a little bit of protection. Now the early snatches were V8s and they started to put diesels in them, but it was essentially a good vehicle. The soldiers didn't like it, we never liked them, and then they started bringing out the vehicles, the Jackal, because they listened to the soldiers what they wanted. They'd start on a chassis and make something work. But quite a few of these around now, but they're very, very hot inside. The air conditioning never worked, ever.
Air conditioning.
Yeah, well, open the window. Yes. But when it's armoured, it's a bit hard to open the window. How many we've got in?
I don't know, haven't been counting.
I don't know, has anybody counted on the amount how many Land Rovers we got? Right. That's a lot of flags for one Land Rover. Right, so a little bit interesting for you Land Rover spotters out there. So you've got the two Desert Land Rovers, the ragtop one and the reconnaissance one. The one behind it is a box standard Defender 110, but they went for a refit program quite a few years ago now because they found the canvas top ones, if the vehicle was rolled over, it tended to squash the people in the back, which was never a good thing because the paperwork afforded a little bit more protection. Now I think it cost the army something like, I think it was 12.2 million or something to do the conversion, so it was quite cheap.
Scary money.
Yeah, but yeah, you don't often see a lot of these out about in civvy hands because most of them just got scrapped. But there we go. Right, give me something interesting. Interesting. What's that? Let's see. I still want to see a Land Rover. Preferably not the ambulance. I think these Series 3 ambulance did actually have a medicinal box in the back still, very, very early on.
For the one with brandy in.
Yeah.
It took a great deal of self-control.
Yeah, a little bit of air. We want more. Faster. As long as you got your seatbelt on.
And again.
Now, I can't remember what they're called. Is it pinnies? I can't remember. There is a name for them. So basically, the Australians use Land Rovers for many, many years, and they still do. But what they did with these ones is they took out the Land Rover fitted engine, and they put an Isuzu engine in, which was more powerful. It was diesel rather than petrol. It was more powerful diesel than the previous one because they were non-turboed. So they took a modern engine, slung it in the front, gave it some power steering, because most of the vehicles here have got no power steering. Some of the V8s might. But
it's one of the interesting things. We haven't got any really early Land Rovers here today. Well, hopefully later in the week we might get some. But they've got bigger. A bit like me, really, with age. You know, they've spread a bit. So one of the nice things about the Series 1s is that they're almost Jeep size, whereas the later ones a little bit heavier.
Oh, there we go.
I'll probably get into trouble for saying that, but had enough of them to know.
there it is. Land Rover upon Land Rover. Oh, upon Land Rover. Or Rover Land. Yeah. Excellent. Good. Right, well, we're going to let them roll around for a little bit, and we're going to keep quiet. How rude. Just when you think you're going to get off the mic, somebody does that. But there we go. Who's good at math? I'm terrible.
1948 is 70th.
70 years?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. 70 years. That's a long time.
Yeah, designed by Wilkes Brothers to replace the wartime Jeep that they'd worn out. And they were originally designed as an agricultural machine, not a military machine at all. So the first Land Rovers had a steering wheel in the middle and a power takeoff on the back for running seed drills and pulling ploughs and all that sort of stuff. And the army saw them and thought, oh, what a good idea, we'll have a go at some of those.
Mostly as well, the bodies were aluminium, because back then there was still a steel shortage.
Yeah,
loads of aluminium.
loads and loads of gash aluminium around the place. So
The wind
built
blew
that
it.
war surplus.
That's a very shiny Land Rover. I think it needs to go to the ditch of despair. Get stuck for a little
Yeah.
bit. There we go. Like I said, so our next event is going to be at 13:45. Well, that's 1:45, which is going to be wheeled armour. So if it's big, nice. So this is your Land Rover, isn't it? He actually owns this Land Rover.
It says it on my granddad and it's on mine.
No, it's talking, just can't hear it.
For driving licence. Yeah. So yeah, apparently he does actually own it, but the horn's broke. Which is probably a good thing. Sitting in the driveway, my Land Rover, my horn. Which is probably why it's broken. Yeah. Good. So how much did you pay for your Land Rover?
My grandma boy went in a driver's seat.
Hello, Grandma. Apparently it's that one. That's Grandma. Grandma. Good stuff. So when you're old enough to drive, are you going to drive it everywhere?
I'm going to sell it and get a Jeep.
Oh, I didn't expect that. So what did you want a wartime Jeep? A Jeep's better than Land Rovers.
Yeah, I even want to shoot them.
So, he owns a Land Rover. The horn doesn't work, but it's got a ladder so he can climb on the roof. But as soon as he's old enough to drive, he's going to sell it and buy a Jeep. Awesome. And Grandma's driving. Yeah, I'm not sure whether that's a good thing, yeah. Yeah. Awesome. So they found the big mound in the middle. We were wondering how long it was going to take them to find.